Okay, so Dave, I just really wanted to know, how many succubus what's a good number? How many? How many succubus? 3 succubus? Okay.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Hey everybody, welcome to Late Late Horror Show. I am Dino, and that is Dave Plouffe, Professor IST.
Illinois State Tech.
Yes, I was going to say that. But yeah, how many succubus? We only get 3 in this. I was a little disappointed. We needed more succubus.
Well, if there was a season 2, there would probably be more.
But we got 3. Let's not be greedy. Anyways, and one of my favorite things in here is I'm the strangest person ever, Dave. Really. The little things that can make me feel so good about a show, even if it's not that great. Dr. Caldwell from Sanford and Son is in this episode. He plays the coroner. He plays the same type of character, except he's a little bit more bumbling. And when he's in Sanford and Son, he plays a doctor who's coughing and smoking and going, "Oh, I'm a doctor on the weekends." But he comes and checks Lamont and Fred for things, and he pays them $5 or maybe $2 if he wants. But anyways, we're here to talk about Kolchak, Demon and Lace from February 7th, 1975. I'm so sad we're getting towards the end here. It's season 1, not season 2, episode 16. And I got to say hi to everybody. So, yeah. Okay, hello, Harry Scott. Hi, Boy Donuts to you. J.O.B. What is going on? Connie Clary, Edward Stewart, William Cromer. What is going on? Good to see you. Sweet Indigo is here. Jeff Wads. Hey, Jeff Wads. What's going on? I love the name, I guess. Jeff Wads, toilet paper, and he shoots him out, at the teacher. Listen, I don't know. What am I talking
Hey.
Nathan, what's going on?
Don't give my students any ideas.
Oh, geez. Well, you got older students, so anyways. Andrea, what's going on? John Swan, how you doing? Good to see you. You got something to say, Dave?
I said that just means their aim is better.
That's true.
No, well, 5th grader, but
I tried it once. Listen, I'm going to admit it. I tried it once. I think it was 8th grade. We didn't like the teacher, and I did try it once, and I'm like, oh, it did work. It really worked.
Well, what we used to do when we were kids, because we were left alone for a long time, me and my sister, we would do spit wads through straws at the TV set. So we'd be watching like soap operas, and if we didn't like someone, ding.
So your mom was a little pissed off, I take it.
Only when she found them afterwards. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, we were pretty good at cleaning, but there were a couple times.
Hey, Cybersecurity Daily. What's going on? Good to see you again. Bruce Robot. This terrified me as a kid. I guess I can see the old hag. Edward Stewart Davis Roberts passed July 18, 1993. He was best known for Westworld 1973. Listen, he's best known for Sanford and Son and the smoking Dr. Caldwell on there for me. But no, thank you, Edward. Always love the little tidbits. Hey, Brian Kirkham, what's going on? Good to see you. But yes, Dave, this is a pretty good show. I wasn't as disappointed as some of these other ones lately. This was okay.
I thought it was okay, too. I actually watched it 1.5 times.
Really?
Yeah.
And the reason for that is, Maria?
I ran out of time for the other half.
Oh,
I would have watched it 2 full times, but there's stuff to do.
Oh, see. I watched it 10 times, 10 at a time. 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Anyways, whatever. Right. Listen, I'm drinking Canada Dry Less Sweet Ginger Ale. It's good for the stomach, and it's good for me. Thank you.
And it's 100% recyclable aluminum.
Is it really? Wow. Hey, Tony, what's going on? Yo, Tony. Who's the boss, buddy? Okay, Dave, let's get started. Let's talk about this. Kolchak, we got subdued Vincenzo. We got Miss Emily playing Scrabble the entire episode on this gigantic board.
Scrabble. It's crossword puzzle she's building.
Okay, listen, whatever. She's making words on this gigantic board.
She is, and that actually looked fun and something I wanted to do.
It did look fun. Maybe get a vintage board like that and make yeah, it was kind of cool.
Yeah, but while we had a subdued Tony Vincenzo, we had another person who wasn't so subdued, which was Captain Joe Mad Dog Siska.
Oh, he was something else in this episode. Yes, he was very, very pissed off, constantly throwing him out, wrecking his equipment. Hey Raj, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, he was very he was something else, Dave. And who else we get? The beautiful Carolyn Jones as the registrar, and we only get to see her for like 60 seconds, but
that's all you need to get a paycheck.
Yeah, I guess so. Adams Family, Carolyn Jones, Miss Adams. I mean, come on. The beautiful. She was rocking it even here, and she was a little bit older.
She was. Did you like the haircut?
It was okay. I liked it. Yeah, no, on her it looked good. But I get you. I'd rather have the black, long, flowing,
100%. I'm with that. Just give me long hair.
Yeah.
What did you think about the school news reporter?
Oh God. You mean Rosalind?
Yes.
Okay.
Scale of 1 to 10.
I put it down there, maybe a 3, 3 or 4. Well, it's because Dave, okay. So there was another news reporter from the Blue Monitor, the Chronicle, whatever. Rosalind Winters, I think it was.
Yeah.
And she comes up on this moped, which her character I think was really good, but they didn't integrate her in this episode very well at all.
Not as well as they should have. I agree, 100%.
Yeah. I mean,
have them didn't ask her to be on the program. Now that you gave her 3.
Oh, geez, yeah, no.
And I couldn't have asked her because she passed away.
No. My comeback would be, listen, it's not you, Rosalind. it's the directors. If they would have had Kolchak and Rosalind work together,
yes,
on this, like 2 bumbling idiots, it would, I think, made this even way better.
100%. And, to me,
I'm not in charge.
I put her up at a 7 for the 70s. Okay. I like the haircut. I like the moped.
I think you just wanted to date her, right?
Hell yeah. Especially when they go aerial on the moped for a while. That was awesome.
I was trying to look at the name of the moped because we know there's Vespas, and it looked closer to a Vespa than a moped, but I don't know. Yes. Very well. Oh, Black Roses. Thank you. Ben, hold it there. Don't forget, Dave, what you're thinking. Member for 9 months at level 2 support. Thank you. My birthday is coming Saturday. Happy birthday, Jody. Happy birthday Saturday evening. Hopefully there's a live stream overnight on Saturday. Everybody can wish you a happy birthday. There's not going to be one tonight. Anyways. Thank you, Jody. Black Roses. Okay, Dave, you look like you're frozen, but you're not.
I was doing the Police Squad ending where they just freeze frame. Yeah. Okay. And then the bad guy gets away because he's like, everyone's frozen. It heads out the police station.
So funny.
I wanted to ask you because as I look through all these actors, and there's a lot of actors in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Many of them, like 80% of them, had been on the Mod Squad.
Really?
Have you ever watched the Mod Squad?
I've never seen the Mod Squad.
I have never seen an episode either.
Mod Squad?
MOD. Squad.
Okay, yeah, the Mod Squad. Listen, yeah. I know. Listen. I've been aware of that series forever. I just never watched it.
I haven't either. I think maybe we should do an episode.
Sure. And listen, I'm game for anything.
It's supposed to be the inspiration for Scooby-Doo.
Right. No, yeah. I say we do it. Let's give it a shot.
All right, I'll put it on the list sometime soon.
Yeah, whenever you. But speaking of the people that were in this, I mean, again, Dr. Caldwell, Sanford and Son, even All in the Family. He probably played a doctor there. I don't know. Did he play a doctor? But anyways, there was another guy named Mark in this, and he played on Three's Company on an episode where he played a womanizer, and he was trying to get in Janet's pants, and all that, But Jack, wouldn't have anything to do that. But I remember him from that. I'm like, oh, where do I remember him from?
I'm sorry. I was writing down Mod Squad. Who was the person you're talking about?
Mark.
Mark. Okay.
What was he? The coach? So he's got that face, and he was on Three's Company, played a bit part for one episode. That's it. But anyways, do an episode of Tales from the Dark Side just for fun. Listen, I'm for doing Twilight Zone episodes. I think that would be awesome to do, but it's up to Dave. Dave's not a big sci-fi guy, so I don't know what he'd be happy with doing. So listen, we'll come up with stuff. Yeah, we'll use our imagination.
Almost through the end of the year now.
Oh yeah, no, I've got many more to list. Yes.
Yeah, we are in demand.
Oh, and hey, hey Lizzie, what's going on? Yeah, getting booking. We're trying to get booked on other places and stuff, so we got a lot going on here. Anyways, yes, let's continue. So let's go. This is all about a succubus.
Let's actually go to the beginning of the program, where we're outside in this beautiful, like, scenic area. It's dark, and there's this football star driving his convertible, and just cruising around.
Yeah.
And across the road in the headlights comes this gorgeous lady.
Oh, now listen, she's my favorite succubus. I'm just saying, she was very like. Anyways, go on, Dave.
She was a model type.
Yes, she was.
She was a little bit older than like the students were.
Little maturity going on there. Some sex appeal, Dave, is what she had.
She did. She was over the top. She was brimming with sex appeal.
There you go. Yeah.
And the great quote about Kolchak was this guy, he was All-American or something like that, or something. He was up for it. He goes, but he never made it.
Oh, listen, every episode. I love it. Go on, Dave.
So they end up making out, and then they start running like across this golf course. Yeah. And I'm like, she's running in high heels. And then they fall down and they start making out again. And then it was just like Horror in the Heights, where the guy sees this beautiful girl, but then you have that hand that's the demon hand, and all of a sudden he looks up and the face is changed into this demonic figure and
old hag looking, like zombie look. I mean, the makeup effect, Dave, for that succubus, and this being I'd say in all the Kolchaks, this is some of the best makeup job I've ever seen on some of the characters. You know, really, really good. She looked like an old hag. She was a zombie, like straight out of like a Fulci film or something like that. I mean, they really did a good job. Yeah. But we don't want them turning into that old hag. We want them staying a succubus.
As long as they can.
For the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff O'Donnell, what's going on?
Oh, Jeff.
Perfect. Watch out for Lilith. Okay, this is a great episode. Yes, it is. Listen, I thought we were in for the final 7, 6, for bad episodes. Really one. I think, what was it? The Trevi one, right? That really just blew us apart, and we said, like, this sucks. Was it the Trevi? The robot? Which one was it?
Mr. Ring.
Mr. Ring. That's the one that was the worst one. And we went, oh my God, is this where we're going from here? I mean, this is terrible. But they've gotten good. We got Chopper. We got this one, which ain't bad.
They're all kind of, we went up and we went down, and then now we're kind of like at a good altitude.
Yeah.
They're not great. They're not bad. They're like Goldilocks. They're like 7.0s, and I'm really happy with it. There's some great bit acting, and I love, as we get to it, the very ending of this show.
Yes, same here. And Shakedown, what's up? B, Dot, good to see you. Would that be B dot or B period, Professor?
I would just say dot.
Okay, yeah, we'll stick with J dot O dot B dot B dot. Now we got B dot.
It's such a
Wait,
long
maybe
time.
maybe only the feet of J dot O dot B dot showed up. It's just B dot. Could be. I don't know. Anyways, Jackie Vernon, yes, he plays a coach in here, and yeah, he's best known for the 1969 voice of Frosty the Snowman and film Microwave Massacre, only from Edward Stewart. He passed on November 10th, 1987. He was 63, a little too young to be passing away, but anyways.
Obviously, he didn't take a lot of the his own care for being a coach.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, no.
You know, you got to work out.
Well, you got to try. Yeah, Jeff O'Donnell says correct. Mr. Ring was terrible. However, the Trevi collection was about witches. Very interesting. Okay, yeah, I just mixed them up. That's all. Anyways, okay, yeah, let's continue. The Succubus running across the golf course, something like it out of a James Dean movie. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, so then we get back to the next morning, and it's the same location, and we've got the football player covered up with a tarp. He's dead. The woman who is converted now back to her original self, and we find out that she basically overdosed on drugs earlier that night. She's dead too. Succubus, nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, we had a death prior to the show starting. I guess there was already a death earlier on at this college, which is Illinois State Tech.
Right. There are actually 3 deaths prior to the show beginning.
Right, but current state of like the program, it was Burdett, and then soon after, this guy that was with the hottie at the beginning was Reiner. So those 2, but what the other 2 were? They talk about that later on, don't they?
They do.
Okay. So continuing.
So Kolchak runs out of gas, like exactly as he's pulling up onto this scene. And he gets out and he sneaks up on the Captain Joe Mad Dog Siska person. And he's just shouting orders, and he's all, "Hey, when did you get here?" And he's just yelling at Kolchak. He's got one of the greatest quotes of the entire episode here. He says, "You know, Kolchak, some people dream about retirement. I dream about breaking your face." So we know immediately he and the captain don't get along.
Oh, no. I mean, when he said that, I was just like, whoa, the captain has just stepped up and is really putting his foot to the ground this time. And
I think Kolchak came back with a great comeback. He's all like, and how's your therapy going?
Oh, yeah, he was calm and just like an easygoing comeback. But this is when Rosalind Winters came up too, the other reporter, which you always wonder that in these episodes. I mean, some of the episodes you have other reporters, but for the most part, Kolchak's getting it right away first, all the time. Yeah. And Jeff O'Donnell, I mean, yeah, Dave, any idea on what's with the tuna fish?
I have no idea. That was just weird, especially when he had it in a file cabinet.
Yeah, like does he hand out cans of tuna fish? Maybe he owns a tuna fish. What would you call it? Farm or fish farm? Yeah, whatever. I don't know. It was quite odd. And he was talking about these youngins. The reason they're passing on is because right here their heart and bacteria. You mess around, and you're not being safe. You're spreading bacteria, which is true.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta keep it down. Neighbors, this thing, Dave, outside the window.
It's okay.
Oh, how many thumbs up do we got? Let's see. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. I see 51. Please hit that thumbs up button. Try to get to 100 before this this show is done, where me and Dave just, continue to talk and have fun. And check out his link. He's a paranormal gardener. Lots of strange things happen in his garden. I don't talk about most of them because he says, please don't. It would be a lot of controversy, right, Dave?
It would be.
Yeah.
I would, Linda Moulton Howe.
Yeah, let's not go on. Anyways, and this is where we see Dr. Caldwell, the coroner, bending down. Was he smoking in this scene?
I think he was.
Okay, so again, what got me in Sanford and Son was he just was this guy who pretended to be a doctor on the weekends, and he would come and diagnose Lamont and Fred, and it's so funny. And he would have this cigarette and cough and all that, and he's doing the same thing here, except straighten it up, act a little serious here, but you would never know the difference. Anyways, yeah. So a little thing going on there, and then he just leaves. I mean, there's not much there. He did get a picture, and I don't think he really the Captain Joe, Mad Dog. He's got a long name. What is his name? He's Captain Joe Mad Dog Siska, is what he is. Hey, WTF, what's going on? Okay, I'm talking on way too quick and fast. And go on, Dave.
That's okay. We can take a break anytime.
Oh, dude, you know what? I should have commercial breaks, right? Where we just do. Have some that's not a bad idea.
Too bad we didn't have a sponsor.
Well, I'm going to make my own sponsorship. You remember my the stuff video where me and Ted were doing a commercial for the stuff? Do you remember that?
I don't think I do.
Oh my god! If you watch the stuff,
right?
It's a horror movie. It's like a marshmallow thing that you would eat, and it's an actual horror movie. Me and Ted actually at the very beginning did some kind of commercial where I made labels. I've got the stuff container somewhere around here. And we did a whole commercial on it. It was pretty funny. I've got gold dug way. If you dig through this channel, man, there's some gold. Gold, Jerry.
I go all the way to the bottom of the list and work my way back up.
There you go.
It's so good. And I'll tell you, I loved the stuff. It's like is this? Are you eating the stuff, or is the stuff eating you?
Right. It's a great film too. But anyways, hey, Sean Bond, what's going on? Good to see you.
And by the way, the guy who is the football star at the very beginning of the film, his name is Hunter von Leer.
Okay. Hunter
von Leer is a master of horror movies. He was in Halloween 2.
Nice.
He was in Trancers 3. He was in Night Gallery.
Sweet.
Class of 99.
Nice.
He was also in Kolchak's vampire episode that we did early on, where he was one of the football players coming in as the vampire was making out with the one star.
Very good. Nice. Yeah. Yes. Listen, again, these 70s movies or TV series or whatever, they all had a lot of really good actors and actresses. I don't think you'll find that today, but anyways, so we're there, and they end up going like he hitches a ride. Why does he hitch a ride with Rosalind?
He ran out of gas.
That's right, and he's going to go get some gas at the
mile up the road.
Yeah, and this is where she says, "Well, listen, let's work together, or you walk back."
Well, hold on. Before I do want to say just that one clip where I hope they had stunt doubles, where they made a little jump off of a ramp with that rope head. That did not look safe.
Oh, I'm sure they had stunt doubles. Listen,
okay.
Yeah, I'll go back and look later on and let you know, Dave.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know that would bother you.
It would. What bothers me too is her comment of talk or walk.
Yeah. Well, you loved her. You give her a 7. So,
maybe a 7.5 now.
Again, if they would have had more camaraderie, but she's
on anything. I wanted her to be just like Joanne Flug in The Night Strangler, where with this college student and there's this kind of semi-romantic thing going on together, and she's like his sidekick. But no, it's just like, even like throughout the film, it's just like, we're not having lunch together, we're not collaborating, we're not doing anything. And you're right, that was such a big loss of part of the film.
Oh yeah. I mean, again, I'm in control. I'm going to have the writers like have two bumbling reporters working together on this thing, and they didn't do that, and I think it lost a little bit of what it could have been. But I still really enjoyed it.
And why not get her a job at INS at the end?
Right.
We've only got 3 or 4 more episodes.
Yeah.
Carol Ann Susie's been gone for 12 now. We got an empty desk.
Well, if they would have worked together like we're saying they should have in this episode, she could have been given a, let's have her for the last 3 episodes and you guys could bumble around a bit. But I get it. Kolchak, he's supposed to be, he does everything on his own and all that stuff. So I get it.
Right.
WTF does say this is not my favorite episodes. And we most certainly said it's nowhere near our favorite either. But it's not that bad. I think you kind of sum it up. I think you probably have it lower on the scale than we do. This was a pretty good video. Episode. It was pretty good. Anyways, Seattle with the belly dancers. You better believe it, Jeff. So yes.
Hey, Charisma Beauty.
Charisma Beauty, yes.
And Wilma.
We'll never forget that, Dave.
No.
Yeah, I got two big posters over there of them. Somebody sent it to me. I don't know. I put it up on the wall. But yeah, we got co-eds being killed. Basically, a succubus is a demon that enters the soul and just sucks all the energy out of their victims. And they're using IST, Illinois State Tech, to get a bunch of young, beautiful victims.
Well, it centers around this archaeological find that we're not quite at yet.
There you go. This is your part. You talk to us about this, unless you want to wait.
We still got some deaths to go on.
Okay, because it turns into Indiana Jones in a little bit here, but yeah,
that is exactly what I wrote down.
There you go.
It's like we're watching this together, but we're on
the Whitehead expedition.
Different years, different parts of the country.
Exactly. I know. You're way too far away, Dave. But
Darren McGavin was in The Natural.
Role in The Natural. He was great in that film. Really? J.O.B. I think one of your kids I heard, just B. is here. Well, is B. still here? Come on. Yeah.
All right.
Anyways.
So we're done with the moped picking up gas. She leaves him. She takes off. He's got to walk a mile back. Serves him right. Then we do go to the coach's office. We've already talked to the coach. So then we're going to head to the next scene, which is Betty and Craig. And they went out partying earlier. They're drunk and they're going back to Craig's place.
And again, I love Kolchak's introduction and explanation of what's going on, and the narration behind the two people coming back. I mean, he does this every episode, mm-hmm. and it's kind of funny, they're coming back to their place. What are they going to do? Are they going to be safe? Anyways.
So I thought the apartment situation was weird. They come into the door. Craig goes up the steps to turn on the light. There's no light down at the base.
Yeah.
And so Betty, she decides to follow him, but she's way drunk and she's in kind of medium heels. She falls. Not so great of a fall. But anyway, it ends up killing her. She's, dead at the bottom of the stairs.
She falls down the steps. And I'll tell you what, to fall down the steps was very bad.
It was not a good fall.
No, she looked like she had a diaper on. I mean, it was really kind of disgusting.
All right, I'll have to rewatch it.
You didn't notice? You got to rewatch it. It was like
dark.
It was like the what's in the buzzard health alert, or what is it called? I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, life alert.
Yeah, it was like that. Like this, she got halfway up and she started to fall back, and immediately her dress flew back with her, and she looked like she had this big white Depends. Nothing against if you need to wear that, but I'm just saying, I'm sure, the date. What was his name again? Michael, I think.
Craig Donnelly.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe he didn't mind. Maybe he liked the diaper. I don't know. But she falls down and she's dead. And yeah, he's walking up. Go on. Listen. Listen, it may have something to do with the smell too.
Oh my God.
Okay, go ahead, Dave.
Then, I feel sorry for Craig because he's got to go up and down the stairs like 3 times, right? So he turns on the light. He sees Betty at the bottom of the stairs, runs down the stairs, checks on her. She's dead. He runs back up the stairs because he's got to call the police because, again, no phone on the bottom floor.
Yeah, just a payphone up at the top, like Kramer when he went to Los Angeles and was in the apartment.
Exactly.
Kramer
so, puts in a dime, calls the police, send an ambulance, hurry, click, and then he does the greatest of all acting where he like dry heaves because the smell is so bad.
Listen, that was a little overboard. I think that was just acting on his part. It wasn't very well. I guess act like something smells terrible. Cut scene. Yeah. I'm like, going, what the heck? Run away then. But he should have run down and looked for her really quick. But the smell was so bad, and he said, well, she must have got up and just walked away or something. I don't know.
Yes, and it was weird because, he's on the phone, he's not looking behind him, and her eyes open up, and she just gets up, cruises off, doesn't even go out the front door, goes like down the hallway.
Right, yeah. Listen, a succubus, man. She's just going to roam the area now, and at that point, that wasn't Maria, right? That was a different.
We're not at Maria yet.
Yeah, that was a different
nightclub dancer.
Yeah. Maria, she sticks around a little bit. I think they said, well, we can't find another woman at, this time of the night. Let's just keep filming. Let's keep it Maria.
Well, if they get 4 succubus, then they have a union issue.
It could. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was written in the contract.
Right.
Craig was okay. He was a Vietnam vet. This wasn't his first time.
First time dealing with death. Yeah, that was a great quote.
Yes, when he came down, he was talking to Kolchak. Yeah. Have you ever smelled death before, son? Anyways, I like the ghostly spirit, or no, that's Dave's curtain just blowing in the wind to his left. Yeah, his right, our left.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do we go from here? Is something else happening?
We're finally going to go to the professor's office.
Oh, with Marianne?
No.
That would be nice.
No.
Ginger and Marianne, come on in.
Marianne passed away.
That's true. Okay, so, yeah.
Right. So we're at this professor's office, and this must have been, when I see this, it ain't no state university. I'll tell you that right now. This is a private, upscale, you pay a lot of money to go to school here. Because you got this professor who, by the way, is working like late at night. It seemed to be a weekend. It wasn't like a school day or anything like that. And he's hanging out with this guy named Mark, who's the assistant.
Yes.
And then he goes, Mark, you don't really seem to be with it tonight.
And he's talking to Professor C. Evan Spate.
Yes.
Who's in charge of this archaeological department and stuff like that. And I was a little confused with, is his home right on the campus? Because he said, this is my home you're in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. So this is not a state place. This is a private university where you've got housing on campus for some of your professors, especially the visiting professors, which is what I think this guy was. And the house was really, really nice.
Yes. 67 thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. Keep it going. Woohoo! More and more and more. Yeah. On your way in and on your way out. Thank you.
On the way in.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, unless they come in, they didn't hit it, and on their way out, they're going, I don't really like these two guys. Hit a thumbs up. Whatever. Well, you know what? That goes to, Dave? Right before we went live, I got a comment on the post that I said, we're doing Kolchak. We're talking Kolchak at 8 p.m. tonight. And I had a comment from somebody who goes, I don't want to see two strangers talk about the damn movie. I want to watch it. So I gave kind of a rude comment back. I'm just sick and tired of it. Come on, man. First of all, we wouldn't be strangers if you were part of the channel and you would get it. You know.
I don't think. I agree. I
told him to buy the DVDs, Dave.
I would have told him to go get Amazon Prime.
Are they all on Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I didn't know. I got my own set.
That's where I'm watching them from. I also have the DVD.
Okay, nice. Okay.
But, you know, again, we're not strangers. We've been around. We've been doing this every Sunday for a year and a half together.
Yeah, exactly.
70-something episodes.
What's
We've known each other for 8 or 9 years now.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes on and we're going to be two old men sitting there. Hey, you got your tea, Dave? Yeah.
Can't find my teeth.
These YouTubers don't know what we went through. Anyways, it's not Mira. It's Mira, the laughing girl. She passed away. You mean Maria? I'm sure you met Maria Edward Stewart. She passed away in September 2001. She appeared in a Project UFO TV series. She mostly appeared in TV series. Very cool. Okay, so Maria. We'll talk about her when we get to it. But I interrupted Dave again. Continue on, sir.
I've lost
like, where was I at?
So we were at the professor's house, and the professor's like kicking out his assistant, telling him he's not with it. I'm like, dude, it's late at night. It's most likely a weekend. He is working. His best friend was just killed, and like, you know, give him a break. So,
well, you get this a little hint that there's something going on with Professor Slate, like a little bit, like he's involved. It's in your head because we find out that he knows what's going on, even though he keeps saying he doesn't. Right? Am I wrong? He knew that there was some controversy and these deaths might be because of this.
I had a tough time understanding the professor and what he knew and what he didn't.
Okay, we'll leave it at that then.
And I didn't even really like him.
Okay.
I didn't like his little bow tie thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, handkerchief around the neck. I mean, listen, I know this is the 70s, but come on.
And he tried to play that Indiana Jones character outside of the classroom, and it doesn't work. Because you see him like literally hand on his fist, you know, foot up on the table, thinking about this.
Yeah, and there's a part where they come in, and he's sitting at the desk, and he's got these, you know, his mustache, you know, the 70s mustache, and he's got a pair of scissors way in the back there. I don't know why they filmed it like this, and he's trimming it up, you know, and I'm going, oh, that pompous ass. I just did not like him very well. Lizzie, may I say the reviews are excellent and the live chat fascinating? Well, thank you very much, Lizzie. You know, we should have a TV show on one of the networks, but you know, it's the way it goes. Hey, Pap! Pap is here.
Awesome.
What's the point of this? Two guys babbling about hey, it's the guy that left the remark. Hey, there he is.
I think he just smeared us.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, Dave, that's exactly what was on my mind. I was saying, Pap is here, but he's trying to smear us.
Well, you know, our
go ahead, Dave.
Our friends at the Colombo Confab, they sometimes will get, like, as you mentioned, a bad review, a review that's just like, "Whoa, we're not going to watch the program." And Sean, he just literally says, "Fuck you."
Well, I mean, listen, that's what I would say. Listen, I mean, you know, go to hell, dude. No, that's kind of rude. See, I feel bad saying that. Yeah, but listen, these people are just trolls. They're idiots. I mean, if you come to the channel looking for these programs, you know, first of all, you're not going to, you may find them, but you're not supposed to put these up on your channel. I mean, you know, they're copyright, everything, like, you know, you're not supposed to do that. So, you know, and again, when a title says this is how ignorant people like that are, Pap, you know, when it states what the show is about and all of that, it's, well, this one I think don't. We're just, Okay, nice. With Dino and Dave. So there you go.
Yeah.
Lets you know.
And Kathy has entered the room. Hello, Kathy.
Kathy, what is going on? Good to see you. Good to know you. Yeah. Much love to you. Pine was in tons of TV series as well. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Internet trolls give Troll the movie a I like Troll the movie. Listen, it's a good movie. It's got Sonny Bono in it. Yeah, he plays it in that movie. Anyways, go on, Dave.
So Mark leaves, goes back to his house, and guess who comes knocking?
Mhm.
The girl that
Kolchak?
no, Connie.
Oh.
The girl we just saw killed.
Oh,
In the red dress.
yes. The
And-
girl in the red dress, yeah.
And she's all like, "Hey, I've been watching you. I didn't know anyone to introduce us, so I just came up here."
Yeah.
And Tony, do you know how many channels Dino has?
What? Well, listen, the only one I'm worried about is Late Late Horror Show and Dino Brickhaven. Thank you, Tony, for being
right.
part. But yeah, I've got a punk music channel. I've got what else do I got? Listen, this
Terra Valterra.
yes, I got aquarium one, but I haven't touched that in a while. So, anyways,
Soup to nuts.
But please go. May contain nuts.
They contain nuts. That's it.
Yes. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. Lady in Red is dancing with me. She love that song. Okay, Dave. Yeah, so she comes up to the door. She's flirting with him. She's trying to suck the life out of him. Right, Dave?
She will be doing that shortly. But she
Yeah.
first of all wants to feel his face. And that was just weird. That was just like,
Can I feel your face?
it's like, are you blind? Are you what's going on here?
Yeah, what's rest in
And
peace,
then his comment, quote, touch away.
Black Rose is like, what's going on? Well, listen, you got to pay attention to me on this channel. Half of the things I say on the channel just goes in one ear and out the other. I want to thank everybody who did go and subscribe to Dino Brickhaven. I was trying to hit at least the 500 mark, and we went and surpassed that. So we're like 570. Listen, it's a far cry from what I'm at here, but listen, it's nice to have. So thank you guys very much. Hey, Red, what's going on? Good to see you. Aquarium channel, Black Roses? Yeah. Anyways, go on, Dave.
Well, cutscene, and then we're there again the next day. 2 people are dead.
Two
Kolchak
dead people. Yeah.
listening at the door. And then in comes our
that was a funny scene, though, when Kolchak. Well, not a funny scene, but listen, the scene is there. The doctor's there, and Kolchak's sitting by the door with his hand poking through with a tape recorder, and you see his face and everything. I'm like, what the heck is going on there? Nobody sees what's going on. He's just sitting there holding his thing, and then Mad Dog goes off, Dave. Oh my God,
he does. And doesn't he take the recorder and take the tape out of everything?
Oh, yeah.
And first of all, it would have been fine except for this one Blue Monitor reporter. Again, Rosalind Winters.
Rosalind Winters, yes.
Opens the door. Sorry, I was thinking Rosalind Russell.
There you go. Yeah, I was thinking of that too.
As Jack Benny would say, that's what I like her to wear taffeta because I want to hear Rosalind Russell.
The 1940s. Anyways.
Great time.
Hey, MOR, what's going on? Good to see you.
So she comes in. Kolchak falls into the room. Mad Dog goes crazy and rips up his tape that he was recording on.
Yeah, and Kolchak says freedom of speech. What are you doing this? You can't do this. He could have taken him to court, all that good stuff. But back then they knew somebody, you do all you want. This is evidence. Anyways, I remember Bono saying, oh no, gotta love Keenan Wynn. What? Thank you, Connie. If you guys hit that link there, it'll take you to Dino Brookhaven where you can subscribe. And I will be doing long streams of building Lego. Listen, I haven't gotten to this either. This has been a crazy week, but this is going to end up being a food truck. And I've got close-ups. I always bring it up close to the camera here, and show the detail. And I play old time radio shows in between me talking about it. And we talk about the episode a little bit afterwards and stuff like that. So if you like old time radio, you're going to like Dino Brookhaven too. You can relax to it. Yeah.
How many hours have you invested already into that food truck? Because I remember watching one of the episodes at least.
Well, it's. I think I've got stream 3 coming up only, so it's just because of the week. But I mean, and I'm only putting this together maybe 2.5 hours, and then I'm trying to do multiple things as I'm building it. So it's about half done, but I'm going to work on it off air too a little bit, because I'm not going to put 6, 7 streams. I've got way funner stuff to put together than this food truck. I mean, it's very cool.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. The food truck is awesome and it's a cool build. But I'm into the buildings, and things like that. So, anyways, going back to this, Jack Benny, the man has class. He sure does. Rochester too. So where are we at? Do we find out that
we go back and we visit Craig Donnelly, where he tells us what happened with the girl falling down the steps, and that he's been in Vietnam, and that the smell that he smelled was the smell of death.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to say sulfur or something like that. But
yeah, same here. Because again, when you're getting to the paranormal and you start talking about the incubus, the succubus, and all that, the demons, and so you will get this like sulfuric kind of eggy kind of smell in real life. Listen, in real life, when we approach a demon, you're going to listen. When people claim to have these smells around these types of things. So, anyways, continuing. Then I think he goes to is it the morgue where?
Well, he goes.
Carolyn Jones is.
Yeah, but she's not at the morgue.
She's not. Where's she at?
She is actually, and this blew me away because early on we see kind of a police officer talking to a couple girls, and then he steals this badge off of this police officer's jacket.
Thank you, Red. You're always there. Thank you.
He's actually in the registrar's office at the school.
That's right. Yes, at the school, and pretending because he did steal the badge to a security guard. And, he thought that would help him get in there. But when he goes and sees Carolyn Jones at the registrar's office, because he's trying to get information on the students and all that,
right.
She's telling him he's got to fill out this form, that form, the ICS, the PBDD, all kinds of crazy stuff. And I'm like going, what are you talking about?
Well, PR only goes through GS and then IA. They don't go directly to IA.
Yes, that's the way she was saying it. And yes, Red is always there at the Dino Brookhaven streams most of the time. And MR's popped in. Harry Scott's always there. Connie, Edward popped in, I think. William's been there. So, yeah, some people have been there. Dave's like going, oh, let's stop talking about this already. I'm sick of the logo talk.
William Cromer.
Oh, what? I've smelled death. I used to cut grass in a cemetery.
Oh,
I was wondering what you were saying. Okay, bad joke, but listen, I like bad jokes. Hey, John Swan.
And shakedown. Shirley Jones is the mom on the Partridge Family.
Yes.
Shirley Jones is still with us. She's 90 years old. I met her about 8 years ago. Man. Carolyn Jones has passed away. She passed away very young from cancer. I think 56.
Okay.
Sounds about right. And
some of the oldest actors and actresses are like, what? Oldest actress right now is, I think, Eva St. Marie. She's like 101 or 100.
Yeah, she's right up there.
Yeah.
I'm sure she still looks good. She's so beautiful in North by Northwest.
You think she still looks good, you said. Listen, I'm sure she's a beautiful
I don't know
soul.
what she looks like today.
Right.
But
she's a beautiful soul. Eva St. Marie is one of the beauties.
Eva St. Marie is drop dead gorgeous. And again, I think it was North by Northwest is where I saw her.
Yeah.
Cary Grant.
If I make it to be 80 or 90, listen, I'm not going to be looking all that well, I don't think. I mean, let me take that back. Not well.
Shirley, stop calling me Shirley.
Yeah, Shirley Jones, 90. Wow. Okay. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, so then
So
they popped to the page. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I don't know if I like the Carolyn Jones part.
Okay, well, I get it.
It was
I
just
mean,
kind of a filler section. I think
it
it was
was.
that Dick Van Patten, Scatman Crothers type of fill-in important actor for their time on set or whatever.
Yeah, I thought I mean, of course she deserved something a little bit better and maybe, but that's the way it worked back in the day in the 70s with these TV shows and stuff. You know, people you would give a whole show to would just come on for like, they're a store clerk or they're just, somebody that works in a restaurant or something like that. That's just how they did it. I don't know why they did it that way, but they did, and it was a very short little bit. And for 60 seconds, you get to have her act a little comedic, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't a great, scene. I agree with you, Dave.
All right. And Jeff said something very nice about us.
Jeff O'Donnell, all you guys definitely have style and taste. Thank you. Good to hear. She was a goddess, Jeff. Yes, thank you. Appreciate that. I mean, without a doubt, we've got great taste. I mean, I think that's a given. I mean, look at Dave's shirt.
Aloha.
Yeah, moving on.
Maybe we should move on over to the INS office. That's where we're headed.
Yes, yes, this is where we see a very low key office. Like Vincenzo's, first of all, he's holding. Well, Kolchak comes in with the big book of like old articles and stuff.
Wasn't
He's
that?
trying to go ahead.
Okay.
Oh,
So first of all, I thought the book was really awesome,
yes,
but it reminded me to ask you about your UFO book
yes,
because you also have a book like this that I only remember you talking about one time.
I haven't delved into that rabbit hole yet, Dave. I know I need to. Listen, let me explain it here to the people who are here and know me, Dino, on this channel, The Late Late Horror Show. Should I just keep talking for a few minutes and give an update real quick?
Yes.
Okay, because yeah, I know a lot of people don't like to hear it and stuff like that, but listen, the past 5 years, I've dedicated everything on this channel to overnight old time radio shows. Okay. And it's been for all the reasons that you guys know of, that it helps people sleep that are sick, tinnitus. We've created a family atmosphere, a group of people who can come every night and say hello to other friends they've created and made on here. Honestly, to tell you the truth, again, I've said this before, but that's got to be slowing down. There isn't going to be a stream tonight, and it's only because I'm sorry, Dave. You can go off air if you want me to. I just need 5 minutes. But there's a couple channels. It's become abusive to a point with what they're doing. Instead of doing what I did, create a little, and I think everybody understands this. To come to a place where you can say hello every single night and have conversations and you know what you're getting, one stream, okay, and we're all family. This is what I created. But it's come to the point to where people are not in it for like fixing old time radio or being, helping people out. They don't care. There's channels out there right now popping 12-hour streams, 6 of them a night. And I'm just like going, if you want to go over there and listen to Johnny Dollar again, when I have it on my channel, and you can even replay the chat and everything else that's in there, you can do that. Go down memory lane. I listened to this, a year ago with RTN or whoever, but people are doing it and they have ruined it for all of the old time radio channels who really cared and started this off like I did 5 years ago, meaning something. So I had to get that out there. It's just, if that's where people want to go, they can go there. My audience is cut in half, and I'm going to just start doing what I love. And it gets back to what you were saying, Dave. I put off the paranormal stuff. I put off a lot of talking this horror stuff on my own anymore because I cared about what I was doing overnight. But it's come to a point to where if enough people leave, what the hell am I doing? And why don't I focus my attention on things that after 5 years, you want to get a nice home in Hawaii and just sit on the beach for a little while. Why not have some fun and just chill and take it easy? I love each and every one of you guys. You guys know that. But there always comes a time where you need to slow down or stop, especially when what's going on is going on. And I hate it. Dave, I hate it. I'm just saying. You're just in it for yourself when you're throwing up 6 freaking 12-hour streams a night. And yes, I'm a little angered by it because it's ridiculous. I could see if it was one and you were trying to really fix audio. There's some channels out there that do that. Evening of Old Time Radio really cares about what they're doing. Listen, MOR, he's doing like little, if you want to check that out, like he'll go old time radio shows that deal with ice or something like that, or magic or something like that. It's kind of a cool idea, but the rest of it I'm sick and tired of. Now I am going to start focusing in a little bit more because the big scrapbook that I got, Dave, from out of the clear blue that I found.
And you got it in like a trade, right?
Yes, I got it. Would you like this instead of, for something I put on Facebook Marketplace? I go, hell yeah, I want that. And here it's articles that go back to the 60s, 70s, 80s, the clippings. It's like the X-Files. So anyways, yes, it's been a very rough time, and I need to get back to doing what I'm doing. I'm not saying that I'm not going to do an old time radio stream here and there, but there are days I'm definitely taking off, to replenish my energy and all of that. It's been 5 years every single night. If you guys know how dedicated I've been to the nurse who called up and said, listen, my whole hospice floor has calmed down because of you, over and over and over and over. This is why it's been so hesitant of me to stop. But now that there's 1,000 out there, let them go do their thing. Let them go do their thing. I love each and every one of you. Let's get back to talking, Dave. I will talk paranormal, and we will dive in the future here with that interesting scrapbook, to say the least, that I don't know where it came from, and I wish I did, but go ahead.
Did you know Tony Vincenzo was in a band?
Yes, and he was a drummer.
He was a drummer. And that basically, that news stops the entire news office. It's great because they're just hanging out.
Kolchak, Vincenzo, you walk off rhythm.
That was my favorite quote.
Oh, man.
He's like, he also says something about like not being syncopated too.
Yeah, well, let me say this too, Dave. And listen, I know this has gone the wrong direction. Edward, sir, we all will still be there, Dino. Pace yourself. No, you won't. I'm not saying you, Edward. No, and I don't want to come off as being mean, but no, everybody will not still be there for me. Half of the audience has already gone away. My analytics show what exactly happens. And I mean, it hurts a little bit. I mean, people have come and gone in the past. There's names that I'm like, oh, I remember we were so close back in the day, and they're no longer here. But that's just life that happens. But I appreciate that, Edward, but that is not true. Again, when somebody's throwing up 12-hour streams and you have 6 to choose from, am I in the mood for Nero Wolf tonight? The thing that I don't understand is I've done it all on this channel. It's all in the archive. I wish there was a way I should do a stream where you can, if you go to the channel page and there's a search bar, you put Nero Wolf in there, every single Nero Wolf stream, which is, you can sit for days, maybe a month, listen to every single one with different chat. But anyways, yeah, it is what it is. We will continue again, Dave. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes it's what makes these streams interesting. Listen, I've always kept it real and said exactly what I feel. And I don't think I'm in the wrong for saying what I say, So anyways.
And it's okay to leave and come back.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's common. I mean, there's a time where I'm busy. I wasn't in the chat for 6 months, a year, or whatever.
Yeah.
Celtic Girl reminds me of people who have been here and who knows where they are.
Yeah, right.
Dr. Hoffman, another one.
Yeah, every now and then we'll pop back in, or they're listening, and they'll come back in. But yeah, anyways, listen. So he's a drummer, and I love during that scene at the paper where Vincenzo's still holding his stomach. He's still got the ulcer issue with Kolchak, But yeah, no, it's interesting. You see, you get to see the big Scrabble board, or what is the Scrabble board, right?
It's how they create the crossword puzzles.
Crossword puzzles. Okay, there you go. Yes, for the newspaper. Yes, and they were coming up with words. Yes, very, very cool. Anyways,
do you remember the band?
No, but it was like a big band thing back in the 40s. So
it was Tony Vincenzo's Neapolitans.
That's right. Yes, that is what it was.
But this is where
too funny.
Kolchak opens up this book, and he finally figures out that there's this archaeological expedition led by this guy named Whitehead, and they're in Iraq, and this guy goes crazy, but they were able to find this artifact that was basically kind of like this
Sumerian, ancient Sumerian.
It was. And it was basically kind of like they thought it was part of the Dead Sea Scrolls, but then it was something else.
Yeah.
And that brings us back to the professor's office.
Yeah. Oh no, don't be sorry, Shakedown either. It's all good. People who come here will come here, and the people who want to venture off, and I did start something special years ago, and the YouTube has become filled with the same. Okay, anyway, so yes, it's the Whitehead tablet, and then we get introduced to the third succubus, Dave, Maria. And she's a Spanish woman. I think
gorgeous Spanish woman.
Yes, and she's got a rose in her teeth, and she's dancing.
She is in an episode of Columbo,
nice.
Where she basically plays the same type of character. Again, absolutely gorgeous. And she was also on the Mod Squad, and she passed away 3 years ago, as Ed Stewart, I'm sure, will tell us shortly.
Yes, pop it up. Thank you, Rajram. I really appreciate it, bud. Listen, I know you've been around a while too. You just recently really started chatting it up a bit, and I really appreciate that. That's awesome. That's how people get to know each other and all that. So, yes, we'll talk about the laughing girl, creepy laugh, Maria, when she does that succubus laugh, the old hag.
That would have made me dump her.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been very.
Was that a sign? I'm going to do a Seinfeld reference.
Okay.
Was that like a Woody Woodpecker laugh?
She was pretty though, Seinfeld. Yes, listen, people don't know what we're talking about, but yes, that was a Seinfeld reference. One of Jerry's female dates. She laughed like a woodpecker. But yeah, she was laying on the bed, the couch, and they thought it was a dead corpse. The Spanish lady.
Well, what happens is she gets home from work early in the morning because she works at a nightclub, very similar to Desi Arnaz. And she falls asleep on the couch. She's percolating coffee on the stove, but the flame went out, but the gas didn't. And so the gas fills up the room. She dies of carbon monoxide poisoning, as Jeff just mentioned, no carbon monoxide monitors back then. No. And the lady across the way, who I think is like the landlord, and she is one of my favorite people because I remember her as the gypsy in Married with Children. Over 100 acting credits. She was also in an episode of Mrs. Columbo. She was in everything. And she, I believe, even has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah. So she comes across, to the elevator, and she's all kind of smells something, and she goes over and she opens the door up, and she's all like, "Oh my God, the gas is on." She runs over to the window, flows open the window, and then tries to get Maria up, but Maria, she's dead. Runs to get her husband, husband and her come back, and Maria's gone because we see Maria walk up over to the window. My question is, does she turn into a bat?
Listen, I don't understand. There were some
go out the door.
Yeah, there were some, and even Red saying, posting some like mistakes that they made, revealing mistakes near the end. The campus newspaper reporter is talking on the phone, and the line light is illuminated. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so there are some mistakes. I also don't understand why they're dead like a corpse and then they get back up again. I mean, I don't understand what's going on there either.
How does excuse me, how does the succubus find them? Is it like all the dead people in a 10-mile radius?
I don't know. Sally Skellington. Hey, Sally, good to see you. Always over at stopping at the Dino Brookhaven too. Janine Eastman. Let's see. What are you saying here? There's a reason I only interact with a few channels. Your channel produces worthwhile, interesting content that goes beyond putting up classic radio shows. Quality over quantity. Well, thank you, Janine. I really do appreciate that. Again, listen, I got love in my heart for every single one of you guys, and most people in life. That, I mean, you can't go through life hating people. You got to go through life loving people. But there's no way that people aren't going to get frustrated when things start to change for the worse and kind of abuse the beauty that is old time radio. And I'm sorry, that's how I feel. But anyways, go ahead, Dave. The Devil and the Prince of Thieves. I hate Professor Spate. Yeah, we said that, didn't we?
Jeff, no, she was not. Maria was in the episode with Ricardo Montalban when they were in Mexico and he was the bullfighter. She was the love interest of the son.
Okay, there you go. And we will be. What's the lineup, Dave? Did you want to?
Let's do the lineup for a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about what's coming up.
And why don't you tell me how many
thumbs up we got? We have, let's see, 90 thumbs up. We are 10 away from 100 thumbs up for this Kolchak episode. That would be awesome to get to 100.
That's 7 more succubus than we're in this episode.
We need. Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, and first of all, thank you all for watching Castle in the Desert with us last week, even though we had some technical problems. We still had a really nice turnout on that, so thank you.
We did.
Our next time we get together is September, so happy September, everyone. And September 1st, we will be covering an episode of Columbo. This will be our last Columbo for a while, and it's Fade into Murder. The last Columbo we watched was called A Stitch in Time, and that was with Leonard Nimoy. Fade into Murder is with William Shatner. So I thought that was a good kind of juxtaposition there.
Yeah, and I'm a little scared for season 6. I know what season 9 is, but season 6, okay, don't be. But listen, I'm looking forward to it.
Some of the best episodes come from season 6 and 7.
Okay, nice.
So that will be Columbo. The week after, we have the Wild Wild West, the Night of 1,000 Eyes. So that's going to be kind of cool.
I like that title.
We do have 5 Sundays together in September. The third Sunday is Art Bell. We're going to be covering Roswell, the Roswell crash in New Mexico. And
I love doing the Art Bell shows. I really do.
They've been so fun, and so many great people have been watching. 1,700 people on average to those episodes.
Yeah.
Month from today, September 22nd, Kolchak Legacy of Terror, episode 17. And September 29th, if I don't get sick, we're going to watch The Prisoner, episode 3.
So if you're sick, then you didn't like the episode and you're just saying, to hell with this. J.O.W. that if there's no overnight stream, then tonight I might. Yes, listen, again, not every night. And tonight is going to be one of the nights where I don't have an overnight stream. Okay. I just have so much to do and I have to start concentrating on some of these other things that I love. But I will, you guys will, stay subscribed to stay part of this Late Horror Show family. And, tomorrow night I could throw up another detective stream for overnight, just so we can all stay in contact and talk and enjoy a night of old time radio together. It's always quality, so I always want to make sure they sound great, they're fixed, and that's what it's all about. So please be assured there will be streams. Always check with the channel to see if there's streams. Other than that, I've got an archive of 5 years of 12-hour streams for 5 years. How many is that, Dave? 3, 6. I mean, that's almost 3,000. It's like almost 3,000. Listen, I don't know. So hopefully you can find something that you really enjoy and do it that way. If you want the live, you can go to the, one of these channels that are streaming 6, and hopefully somebody says hi to you, but I don't think they will. There's too many streams going on. Anyways.
And one last thing I do want to bring up in our future episode, 6 weeks from today, we will have revisiting with us. Our first time we have had people revisiting. Colombo Confab will be back. We're going to be talking Murder by Death to kick off the month of October.
Nice. So listen, and then October, we got some really nice Halloween type stuff coming up where me and Dave are going to talk about like some of our favorite horror stuff. And so stay tuned for that. I'll be getting that up soon too. So yeah, Sally, plenty to pick from. I mean, 5 years of every, when I was at my sickest and I got during the pandemic. Yeah. The C, I still crawled my ass to the computer, sick as a dog, and put together streams. So, I mean, my heart and soul has gone into this channel. So anyways, well, we reached 95, Dino. We almost made it. Well, listen, we still got about 10 more minutes to go. Hopefully we get 5 more. Thumbs up. And yeah, so October is definitely going to be Halloween time. And on Dino Brickhaven, Dave, lots of Halloween themed stuff going on over there too.
I can't wait.
Oh,
I love the haunted mansion. Haunted lighthouse that you built.
No, it was a haunted mansion.
Okay,
you got it right, with the elevator drop. So that was very fun. But we'll be listening to horror while I'm building a haunted house that I'm trying to make myself. I've never made my own little building. But let's end this episode. Let's get to the end here, Dave, and round this out.
All right. Well, we're back at the INS office one more time. Miss Emily's still working on her crossword. Tony deciding we're going to make happy news newspapers.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, I don't think so. But then this call comes across the police scanner, and we see a totally different wall of the office than we've ever seen before, where it had these really cool knobs and dials and things. And they say on the police radio that another corpse has vanished. And Kolchak goes, that's awesome. I'm headed out. And then he goes to Maria's, where he meets Mad Dog one last time. And of course, they have an argument.
Yeah, you remember Maria Conchita Alonso? Yeah.
See.
Yeah. Listen, don't get me started, JoJo, with the Waltons. Walton's Family Christmas to kick off December. The full movie is on YouTube. There's no way I'm talking about the Waltons on this channel, but I'll tell you what, I'm hooked on Waltons, Dave. It's so heartwarming, and it's so heartwarming. It's about Depression era family and the Appalachian woods and their. Anyways, I love the Waltons, and
it's I don't even know you anymore.
I know. Listen, Dave. Listen. I'm such a perplexing individual, and I go from one extreme to the other, and you've got to expose yourself to different things. So, well, you don't have to, but I do, and man, I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying it as I'm building. I'm just, John boy, what's going on there? That's so nice. Anyways, okay, come on. I've never seen the Waltons. Is it actually good? It is, J.O.B. If you like that feel of the 70s kind of
feel of being almost homeless and not having any food and
broken
down truck. Oh my gosh. It is one step up from Little House on the Prairie. The only thing that they've got is a paved driveway.
Hey, watch what you say about Little House on the Prairie with JoJo in the chat. But anyways. Okay, anyways, hey, Night Fright Talk Show, what's going on? Make sure you got Sin City Jim. Thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button, you guys. Let's see. Have we hit it? Have we hit our goal? We are at 97. 3 more to go.
Come on, people. So anyway, we're going to go back to the professor. The professor has Mike with him. Now Mike's got Nina or Lisa or Maria or whoever that is.
Maria.
And she starts laughing and hysterically laughing. And I put down that she reminded me of the Exorcist girl in terms of her face, the way that it was presented to the camera. It was very much like Linda Blair.
Okay, yeah, and they start talking about the about exorcisms and how they would get rid of this succubus. I know we're not there yet, but we approach the priest whenever we get there. I don't know.
Okay, we can talk to the priest. The priest's name was Mozart, which was odd.
Mozart, and he was part of the Department of Classical Ethnology. Okay.
Yes.
And I had to look up ethnology, and it's a branch of anthropology that analyzes cultures, especially in regard to their historical development and the similarities and dissimilarities between them. So it was just odd. I don't know.
Yeah,
and
but
the priest is there. Go ahead.
And he was also one of the guys. That was the guy we saw in the Charlie Chan film last week.
Oh, wait, what?
He was, yeah, he was the detective that they found on the grounds of the castle.
Oh, wow. Well,
and he had that weird teeth and everything. Yeah.
Narcolepsy priest. Yes, he kept hulking out. It was the funniest thing.
Well, I wrote down like he's trying to sell magazine subscriptions. His office is in the back room of like a janitor studio or whatever that was. There's mops hanging on the chain link and everything.
Edward's saying no, it's Maria. He keeps saying Mira. Edward.
It is Maria.
It is Maria. Yeah.
IMDb is autocorrect.
Yeah, it could be. Okay. Anyways, Manda Panda Free. Hit that like button, please. We got to get to 100. Continue on, Dave.
Seinfeld reference number 2. Is there an ethnologist in the crowd?
Is there ethnologist? What is that? Anyways, yeah.
I put down that he is actually kind of very similar to Father Malachi Martin, is who we really needed for this episode to do the exorcism.
Except he's got narcolepsy. Yeah, it's quite odd, but he starts talking about like, how can you get rid of a succubus and stuff like that, and they're also talking about the Whitehead tablet, and the priest has a whole like big gigantic wooden box crate filled with old manuscripts and stuff about this happening. Something like this happened decades ago or centuries ago, I think, like 200-300 years ago. And Professor Spate, what a name. That's an odd name. Yes, Maria. Okay. Number 98, Dino. Thank you, Mr. Ed. Ed Stathis. Thank you. Very upset about the Weasel channel. I mean, it is what it is, and I'm over it. But be hanging out, Dino's Lego Saloons. Well, and here too, Red. I'm still going to have streams, just not as many. Anyways, so he conks out, and Kolchak takes them all, and he says, "I'll return these." But I don't think he found out really what to do. Do I perform an exorcism, or do I destroy the tablet?
Right.
But he does find out how. I mean,
He does.
Where should we go from here, Dave?
Well, we go back to the student reporter one more time, and she's on the phone trying to find out who this Michael person is. And then once she does, he tells her to stay put, and that's the last we see of her. Which, again, I would have loved for her to come back. I followed you, Kolchak, and she gets to destroy the tablet and save Kolchak's life. But
good ending there. There you go. Yeah.
I could have been a writer. Unfortunately, that's not what happens. But
101, we hit it, Dave. Woo! Thank you, Raj. We must interrupt Dave. This just in. We've hit 101 thumbs up on this episode of Kolchak. Thank you. On with the show, Dave. Sorry for the interruption, but I am on the West Coast. No, I'm on the East Coast. You're on the West Coast. So
I am west of the Rockies.
West of the Rockies, yes.
And we go one last time to the professor's office, and Kolchak is going to destroy the tablet. And what's great about this is he takes out a tire iron from his car. That would have done the trick. But instead, he's walking through the apartment, he looks over and says, "Oh, I'm familiar with that." And he pulls out a vampire killing mallet and stake. And that's what he's going to use to break this tablet.
Oh, it was perfect. It was really, and Professor Spate coming out in his like robe because it's nighttime, and Kolchak just, I wouldn't have thought Kolchak had it in him to just constantly he was just knocking that dude back like a fly. He was just like, get out of here. And he starts doing it. Meanwhile, you got Maria and Michael walking around. And the reason I thought Professor Spate knew about what was going on is because he started to pull in Michael to be an assistant. I thought knowing that the Succubus would use him next.
Maybe that was
it. Seemed like there was a connection, but again, these scripts towards the end of the season, they're not complete in any way, and there are, things wrong with certain parts here or there. But Kolchak, you got Maria out there with Michael, and she starts making these. Go ahead, funny sounds.
All right, thank you. Michael, by the way, if you remember our episode Talking Dark Shadows with Dr. Jeff Thompson, and he gave us this soap opera to watch called Passions. Michael was actually on Passions for 776 episodes of it.
Wow.
And he just passed away last year. So another person that we couldn't have joined us today.
Wow. Okay. Very interesting. I don't know if I like the word passions. I mean, soap operas. Listen, I got caught up in Young and the Restless because my grandma would watch it all the time, and I couldn't wait to see what was going to happen the next week. A lot of cheating going on and stuff happening. But anyways, okay, let's get to this.
Where have you been?
Who?
Raj.
Are you really a professor, Raj? Well, you know what? Raj really just started chatting a whole lot lately.
Okay.
I mean, he's always been around. But Raj, Dave's a professor. He's an English teacher. Well, go ahead, Dave. What are you?
I'm not an English teacher. I'm an art teacher.
Right. I'm sorry.
I've been a professor for 16 years now. My 17th year begins tomorrow.
Yeah. Before that, he used to dance on tables. But he's a professor. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Maybe my students will watch this one day. Maybe they're watching it now. Maybe they're
I'm the crazy one. I'm Dave's the normal guy. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Normal's just a setting on the dryer.
Listen, I have no qualms about being the weird one. I am who I am. Anyways, yes, the Maria's like howling or doing some weird laughing, and you would think Michael would like, I'm out of here. But no.
100%.
Yeah. So you got this big climax where Kolchak's chiseling away at this tablet. A little too easy. Go on, Dave.
No, and then the Maria with an A turns into the Succubus, and she attacks Kolchak. Now, this is something that you would find at one of these costume stores, Halloween stores, and they've like attached it to Kolchak. So he's moving around, and this like basically costume is on his back, falling to the ground. It is the best 2-3 minutes of this entire episode.
Yeah, it was pretty fun and funny, and you get Maria howling and doing all her crazy stuff, because as soon as he makes that first chisel, she turns into the old hag, the zombie, the decrepit, like burning flesh type zombie. which you see in Fulci films and stuff like that, which is, again, it was kind of cool. And she's almost flying around and the camera's just all over the place and until Kolchak, really demolishes the tablet and she goes down to ashes like Christopher Lee in Dracula. Yeah.
Yeah. First we see the skull, and then like the hair and everything. And then the second scene, of course, is the pure ashes.
Exactly. Spirit Halloween store is opening up soon.
So, it was a Spirit Halloween. That's what I was trying to think of.
Gardener extraordinaire. Yeah. Listen, it ends like that. I mean, in good episode. A lot of things they could have done to make it better, but I think at this point they had what? Is there 4 more to go, Dave?
That's it.
4 more to go, and they knew that too. I'm sure the artists and the writers and stuff, they really wanted the best product still. They didn't want to just half-ass it, but I think the people around of a lot of them, producers and people who said, we got a timeline, this and that, had demands, and made them not as good as they could have been. Like this episode could have been way better than it was too. Include Rosalind a little bit more and it would have probably been much better. But I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say 6. Listen, I'm giving most of these, I think 6.7 on an average. I mean, that's where I put it. I don't put it any higher than that. I mean, yeah.
It's decent 70s TV.
There you go. Thank you. Hi, Dave and Dino. I was going through a very rough time recently. My dad had brain cancer and recently passed away, so I was out of it for a while, but I'm back now with my lady. Well, hey,
I hear you. That's
much love and healing, all that good stuff, Raj. You know what I'm talking about. Thinking of you, and it's always tough going through stuff in life, man, like that. But it's part of getting older, and yeah, you can say life is beautiful, and life is dark, and at times not that good, but most of the time, 99% of the time, life is beautiful. Everything about it. I just wish we knew more of it, I mean, there's a lot going on out there, Dave. We're on this little speck of a planet. And there's all this stuff going on that we would be just blown away by. And hopefully one day, I don't know.
As you know, that's what I try to do with on the other side is like, I better find out about all this information. Or I'm not going.
Exactly. Yeah. And if I'm told, well, you have the choice to go back again. And we're talking about, after we pass and all that stuff and reincarnation possibly, or where do you go after death? Lots of questions. If I'm told, well, you know what, you can reincarnate again as this on this planet, but you got to forget everything because I don't remember anything that's in my past life or nothing. It's because I'm here living on this planet now listen, this is going in a paranormal direction.
It is, but can you imagine if you were granted the opportunity to go, Dino, we'll make you born in 1920. Oh. We don't have to go like, let's say you die today. You don't have to be reincarnated in 2025.
Time was irrelevant. Yeah.
You can go back to 1920. And then all of a sudden you get to live through the 1940s and 1950s and see that in person.
Yeah, Dave, there's so many things, man. I mean, that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. If once you pass on, you have many, many choices and you can even go back in time and live a life through the 20. If you have those kinds of choices, but I sit here as a man right now with people I love and children that I'm like, even when I pass, I don't think I ever want to forget them. You know what I mean? And you're told that, well, that memory is always going to be there. There's going to be a part of you that always is going to be connected and, a part of what they're doing. You're connected. Your souls are always connected there. But if that's true, why am I in this state of living on this planet Earth that we are right now? And I don't remember anything of a past life of anything that's connected with anything other than what I'm doing right this second. You know what I mean? It's a tough decision to make if you're given it. You know what I'm saying?
It is, but I remember this one little like 5-year-old girl that was telling her mother, do you remember back in our past lives when I was the mother?
Okay.
It was just kind of like a role reversal type of thing. And I thought that was really fascinating. I'd love to know if you're able to choose who you come back as.
Yeah.
Or what parameters you have. Are you going to be born in America? Are you going to be born, across the world?
You get scholars and people who have actually had near-death experiences and stuff come back also and tell you that, you're going on a journey. And if you're still going to, if you still need to learn and there's still things you need to go through to get to that next level, then you have to go through them. And that's something I don't like to hear that well. I mean, it's just hard to swallow. You know what I mean?
It is. It's
I
kind
get
of
it, but
yeah. And I'm still bothered as whether or not to go to the light. And I think it's going to depend as well, like who you see, who's around you, who manifests. Because if it's some person that I love and that I've trusted in life, I would trust them afterwards.
yes, exactly. And Nathan, this channel is a special place. I get to hang out with all of you. Well, thank you, Nathan. And again, just because there's not a stream overnight tonight, doesn't mean there won't be one tomorrow. So please stay subscribed and don't wander off. Family will be here, and I will always be here for you guys. Just slowing down on the every night thing. That's all.
Yeah. And Raj, you can find it on Amazon Prime.
Before you close, could you please tell me where you can find the Kolchak episode? Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Amazon Prime is where it's at, or you can go to and buy the DVDs if you got a DVD player or something. But if you want to just do the Amazon Prime but that's where they're at. Yeah. For the most part, I'm not going in any further than that.
Yeah. And since there's no stream tonight, there are 15 past episodes you can catch up on.
Oh yeah. Listen. Yeah, just look at the front page. Look at the playlist that I put together. There's tons of playlists of different things and everything me and Dave done. And we've done what? How 70?
We're way past 70 episodes together.
Wow. Yeah. And it's been over a year or two now, I think. Yeah. Or about a year.
Year and a half.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We're getting old.
Crazy, Dave. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Should end this.
All
and I don't have to, but Dave's got to get something to eat and some coffee or something or tea. Yeah, something. Yeah, thank you, John Swan. I mean, I guess that's all I ask is that give me some time. I'm laughing here and I'm having fun, and of course I'm having fun with Dave and all of that. But I'm disheartened by what's been going on in these, yeah, like I said. Too many channels doing. It's hard enough for me to do 1 12-hour stream overnight, let alone 6. It seems a little fishy to me. But anyways, rag on Peacock. What? Love going back on certain streams. But yeah, just give me some time. I'm going to be around. I love you all. And go over to Dino Brickhaven because I'm constantly building. And I would love to see you guys there, and there'll be old time radio shows to listen to. So, and yes, Harry Scott, please leave a comment afterwards to let me and Dave know what you thought of the episode, and tell your neighbors and friends and the people that work at the corner store, Walmart's, I mean, anywhere you can.
I'm going to be telling my students.
You're going to tell your students?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. With that said, hugs to everybody. Just, yeah, like Connie said there, Dino needs ginger ale break, Mr. Hunt. I need a 2-week vacation on a island, some sand beneath my feet. That would be nice, Dave. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Until next week. Wait, what's next week again, Dave?
I forgot already.